What is up, guys? So today we're going to be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy A51. This is a phone that you guys voted on, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is a mid-ranger, and it's pretty interesting. So I really want to see what the cameras are going to look like on this phone. Alright, let's go ahead and get this off. Put this to the side. And right here we have the Infinity O display. We have your quad camera on screen. It's just showing us some of these specs. And oh, we get headphones. Headphones with a 3.5mm jack, which is nice. So this has a headphone jack. It does have a little mic with it as well. Great for, you know, using it for your PlayStation or whatever, Xbox. The USB Type-C. And then we have our charging brick. So here's the phone, and this is the black version, and it's got that same prism color to it thing. And as you can see, it's color shifting, and it's a very beautiful phone. It has a nice little weight to it, but wow, this is really like psychedelic. So as you can see, the quad camera setup, Samsung branding right there, very pretty. That's the plastic on the front. So very nice. See if we have anything else. Oh, we have some plastic on the sides as well. Just to give you a closer look at that camera bump, it reminds me of the iPhone and the Pixel little bumps. I'm guessing this is going to be the trend for 2020. On the bottom here we have the USB Type-C, the single firing speaker, 3.5mm jack. On the side here we have the power button, so let's go ahead and power that up. And the volume rockers feel very solid, very clicky. And this is a plastic back is what it feels like. Alright, let's see if I can power this on. And yeah, so let me go ahead and put my information in, and I can see it's picking up fingerprints. So this is going to be a fingerprint magnet, but most of you guys are going to put a case on it anyway. But a very pretty phone. Alright, so we got this guy booted up. Let's go ahead and read off the official specs for this guy. Alright, so we have a Super AMOLED display at 6.5 inches, 87.4% screen to body ratio. So this thing has very slim bezels. It is a 1080p display. Android 10 right out of the box. One UI 2.0. Have the Exynos 9611 and the Mali G72. So this is a mid-range sort of chip setup here. And we're going to do our gaming test as always with every phone. You have a micro SDX, a dedicated slot. You do have 64 gigs and 4 gigs of RAM on here. So this is the base model, the one we're looking at right now, UFS 2.0. So that quad camera setup is a 48 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel telephoto, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. Shoots in 2160p, 30 fps max. The selfie camera on here is a 32 megapixel wide, shoots in 1080p, 3.5mm jack, Bluetooth, NFC is on board, USB Type-C. The fingerprint scanner on here is built into the display. 4,000 milliamp battery, 15 watt fast charging. So let's go ahead and check out that fingerprint scanner, because on the A50 I complained that it was kind of slow. And let's see if they improved it. Yeah, it definitely feels on par with like the Bolden one. So it's definitely not like, you know, OnePlus status, but it's definitely faster. So I've been looking at this Super AMOLED display, and it is a really nice display. As you can see here, it just gives off some excellent colors. It reminds me of the A20, but with a higher resolution, and it's really good. You really don't notice this punch hole at all. Now, as you can see, it just doesn't bother me that much, so I was pretty surprised. Your eyes just doesn't notice it. You actually notice it less than the notch for me, because it's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. So that is pretty surprising there. Now, you know, do I prefer full screen display? You know, as always, I think that's eventually going to be the future, but this little punch hole actually isn't that distracting. So what do you guys think about that? Alright, let's check out the speaker and make sure that it's not going to distort at high volume levels. See how good it is. Very loud, very crisp and clear, very nice speaker for a single speaker, so no problems there, no distortion or anything. Very, very nice. Alright, before we run through all these settings and stuff, I just want to check out the cameras real quick, because that has to be the highlight on here, and I've been snapping a few quick photos, and it's really good, guys. So I was really impressed with the camera. It takes some excellent photos. So as you can see right here, let me go ahead and enlarge this for you guys, and as you can see, very good detail, just very, very nice, even in some harsh lighting conditions, as you can see outside. Now this camera gives you some really punchy colors as well. Now that is really up to you. Now the trees outside aren't this green, but I really like this punchy color that it does. The A20 also does it as well. It makes everything look really vibrant, very lifelike. As you can see, that's the wide angle camera working. That actually has excellent quality too as well. I noticed that on some phones you get a decrease in quality when it comes to the wide angle lens, and that's not the case on here. It just looks really good, very nice. It's even keeping a bunch of detail, and like I said, this display is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You don't really notice that punch hole, which surprised me a lot. As you can see right here with the doorknob, kept a lot of good detail. It got the color just right. Very, very nice. This camera is impressive so far. Be sure to subscribe for my full review, because we're going to go more in depth on the camera, take more pictures and stuff. I did a little video test. Oh, these are also pictures that I took during the video. So as you can see, when you're taking a video, you can also snap little pictures as well. But here's the video. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. So no issues there. So let's go ahead and check out the toggles on here. So we have the pretty much the same stuff on the Galaxy S10e that got the Android 10.1 UI 2.0 update. So we have flashlight, power mode, mobile hotspot, your link to Windows, blue light filter, smart view, do not disturb. You have your secure folder, your media and device buttons on here as well, always on, phone visibility, the Edge Lightning, Dolby Atmos on here, which I really love, kids home, so if you give your phone to a kid, you can have all the kid settings on here, dark mode, Bixby routine, and focus mode. So basically everything from the Galaxy S10e, which is strange. So they didn't strip this phone back for, you know, $300. You pretty much have all your premium Samsung features. The Edge screen is on here as well, so you can put all of your applications that you want on here, and you know, anything you want to get to quickly, you can just put that on here. See if you have a lot of bloatware. No bloatware on this phone. So very, very nice that you pretty much are getting the same thing you're getting on the S10 and the S10e. Very, very impressive. So we come over here, and so far speed has been pretty fast. When I get to Bixby, you do sort of get like frame rate drops when scrolling sometimes, but there's just a lot of stuff on Bixby. But after that, then it smooths out. But as you can see, Bixby is on here, so if you're a Bixby fan, then you do have that, of course. And let's go ahead and check out the settings. And is there anything we need to go to? Display, dark mode, screen mode, neutral, blue light filter, timeout, home screen, edge screen. We have, I'm just surprised we have everything that we have from the what's the name. Oh, we have the gestures on here as well. Nice. So let's see how fast these are. So it's the same, you know, gestures, and they work really smooth. So very, very nice. So this is going to be a great phone to play around with for $300. It's pretty impressive. So we're going to do our gaming test as well. Themes, lock screen, biometrics. We do have facial recognition as well, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up. So I'm going to try to unlock the phone with my face, see if it'll see me. And yeah, so that works just fine, fast. It always works really good on Samsung devices. We have the Find My Mobile on here, which is great. Uninstall apps, all the other good stuff that you will want on here. Privacy manager, blah blah blah, stuff we don't need to cover. Advanced features. Let's see what we have here. We have the side key, so quick launch camera, open Bixby. So I guess it's on camera right now. Yeah, so you can go ahead and mess with that if you want that. Press and hold, wait Bixby, or you get the power off menu. I'm going to go with the power off menu. Link to Windows, smart pop-up view, so we have that on here. So let's just go ahead and do that. Smart pop-up view, just to show you what it is. So if I want just a little window here and go ahead into like YouTube or something, I can go ahead and do that. And I can also mess with the transparency of it, so which I really love. So this thing is full packed, and I can minimize it, as you can see. Open it back up, full stretch it. Screenshot toolbar, delete screenshots. So we have that on here. I believe it's just should be the same old way. Yeah, same old way to get to your screenshots. And then you have your little thing right here. You can go ahead and customize it, all that good stuff. What else do we have on here? We already did the gestures. One hand mode on here. So we have that. So you can swipe down from the home button or do that gesture. Swipe down in the center of the bottom of the edge. Or we have the button if we want to just double tap with the button. But this phone is pretty comfortable, so I would never use one-handed mode on this phone. We have the game launcher, dual messenger. And just to show you that we're on One UI 2.0, go in. As you can see, we're on Android 10. All that good stuff. So I really like this. It's very smooth. You have your digital well-being, apps, device care, all that good stuff on here. Alright guys, so I have been playing a couple of my light games on here, and be sure to subscribe for the gaming test. We're going to be doing PUBG, Call of Duty, and I don't believe this can play Fortnite because I think you need 6 gigs of RAM for Fortnite, so this base model is definitely not going to be able to do it. But stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing the battery drain test as well, so be sure to hit that bell to be notified. Alright, so lastly, we're in the camera application, and we have everything pretty much from the SE live focus, photo, video. You go to more, we have the same setup. So I just really love that, you know, a $300 phone has all this stuff on here. Pro mode, panorama, macro, sorry, food, night, super slow-mo, slow motion, hyperlapse. So I'm really excited to check out the night and see if it's actually any good, because most of the time it's just not good on budget phones. And this does do 2160p recording, which I love on here, so that's going to be awesome to play with. And yeah, so overall my first impressions are very nice. The punch hole is not as distracting as I thought it was going to be, and also this should be a battery beast still, a 4000 milliamp battery. This should get really good battery life, so like I said, we're going to test that out. Gaming on here is nice, build quality is really good. So overall my first impressions are this is an excellent phone. So if you're interested in here, I would really get serious about buying it. Be sure to click down below if you pretty much already made up your mind that you want to get this. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next couple of videos.